Hey everyone! Today we're diving into some amazing teenage tales. You won't believe what happens next. The girl turned around, flushing a sunshine-like smile, leaving Xiaojun dumbstruck, thinking, wow, I better keep up with this goddess. The girl was charmed by the energetic boy and asked, got any sisters? Nope. What's your name? I'm Xiaojun. Seriously, Xiaojun. I don't want to leave. Milan, so you're the girl in that photo. Xiaojun followed Milan to her building. Milan said go home, but didn't want to miss this chance. Then you can be my big sis, but you gotta listen to me. I promise to obey, but let me get home first. Xiaojun reluctantly returned home, only to get into trouble with his mom for the deflated balloon. Xiaojun's antics made his mom so furious, she grabbed a spatula and chased after him like a ninja warrior. Don't hang out with those troublemakers, you'll end up at the police station as a guest someday. Nobody believed him, and in her frustration, Mom threw a backpack, almost sending her into labor. And that's how Xiaojun got a baby. Soon after, his dad came home, and Xiaojun gathered with the boys in a dark room, gearing up for their next brawl. Everyone said Xiaojun hit hardest, so he was chosen. Hundreds gathered at Lugu Bridge to distribute weapons. Just as the battle was about to start, they ended up shaking hands instead, former rivals now sharing a meal together. All our brothers under heaven. Peace is paramount. Xiaojun was relieved he dodged a punch and immediately went looking for Milan. The warm sunshine made her look even sweeter. He brought Milan hot water, patiently helping her wash her hair. For the first time, his heart felt like a little bunny hopping around. The two chatted for ages until Xiaojun noticed the photo on the wall was missing. He cautiously asked Milan about it. They sat on the bed flipping through an album, but couldn't find the memory-filled picture. Xiaojun asked Milan for a photo, but she wouldn't budge. So Xiaojun made a dash for it, but he still didn't get the picture. As a consolation gift, Milan gave him a pen. From that day on, they nearly met every day. Xiaojun, wanting to show off, took credit for everything his friend. Through exaggeration and flair, he painted his achievements like a superhero, and Milan never questioned him. Sometimes, during their chats, Milan would drift off to sleep. Xiaojun tried not to glance at her accidentally exposed body, though his mind was racing. Wanting to show off his crew, Xiaojun invited Milan over to hang out. He planned to meet on Monday. On the big day, Xiaojun donned a clean white shirt while his brothers waited at the door. Milan strolled toward them, and Xiaojun's heart soared, thinking, this time, I've totally won. Milan thought it childish, yet chatted happily with Liu Yiku. Xiaojun stayed silent, feeling like he'd swallowed a nail. Subtitles he deliberately showed off, and his friends clamored for him, urging Xiaojun to climb up the huge chimney as if he were performing an absurd and ridiculous stunt. To impress Milan, Xiaojun actually climbed that towering chimney, bouncing around up there like a maniac. His friends below watched in cold sweat, urging him to come down. Instead, he got pumped and tossed his shoes down. He wanted to prove he could be the brave boy, totally just to get Milan to look at him. Suddenly, black smoke billowed from the chimney. Xiaojun vanished. Friends feared he was in trouble and rushed to open the door below. Luckily, Xiaojun emerged covered in soot, laughing like he'd conquered the world, while Milan smeared snowflake cream on his face. But he swiped it off, jealousy flaring, asking, are you too into chatting with strange boys? I really have no idea. It seems like you're a bit jealous. Am I even that kind of guy? Just then, Milan's dad walked in. Xiaojun desperately made up a story that Milan was his teacher, but he slipped up, and his dad slapped him right across the face. Get out of that uniform and clean up. Xiaojun lowered his head, wanting to argue 1,000 reasons, but didn't dare. Despite his strictness, Dad loved his son deeply. Yet Xiaojun forgot right after Dad left. He sneaked with Milan and Liu Yiku to the hall for a film, but got caught halfway. Hey little comrades, we've got a bunch of troublemakers in the auditorium. Sorry everyone, the movie is now on pause. Where exactly are those kids? I don't see anyone. You all get that, Puri. This is a critically acclaimed film, highly toxic for kids. Kids seeing this could make big mistakes, very big mistakes. The kids who missed the movie felt a bit down, so they climbed up to the roof while Milan strummed her guitar, singing along together. They used to fight a lot, but after Milan came along, things got artsy. Xiaojun rode his bike to take Milan to work, basking in the precious sweetness, eyes gleaming with happiness. But sadly, good times didn't last. Xiaojun's grandpa was labeled a counter-revolutionary and passed away in shame and solitude. Xiaojun hurried home for the funeral, and once back, he rushed to find Milan, but she was nowhere to be found. Subscribe now. If you love this story, click subscribe. More amazing tales await.